Hello everyone and welcome to the first vlog from bloodyflix.co.uk. Today we're going to talk about the new Hatchet film, Victor Crowley. The fourth film in the series, directed by Adam Green, is a return to form for the series after a bit of a misfire with the third film, which Green didn't direct, although it did have Daniel Harris, one of our favourite Scream Queens, and it didn't really kind of live up to the standards that the first two films set for the kind of slasher throwback that Green kind of put forward for the first film. The fourth film takes place 10 years later, the incidents of the first three films, where basically the sole survivor of the massacres is basically trying to get rich off the fact that he survived. With a book launch, he gets basically conned to go back to the swamp, and everything kind of goes a little bit wrong, and obviously in turn Victor Crowley turns back up again. Crowley is played with relish again by Kane Hodder, but although it's quite short and sweet, it only clocks in at about an hour and 20, maybe just about. It's a very clever film, and that's the thing that Green always brought to the Hatchet film series. The first two films, Crowley was quite, although quite a maniacal brute, he actually had a little bit between his lugs, so to speak. In this one, there's a lot of kind of baiting and a bit of cat and mouse, which kind of sets him above a kind of a brainless kind of slasher monster, which we're kind of used to seeing over the years with numerous franchises, and things like the Friday the 13th series certainly descended into, and maybe in some entries where the character was slightly bland. But Crowley is definitely a different beast altogether, albeit played by the same actor who did Don Jason's famous hockey mask 4 times. One of the standout things about it is it's quite a fun film as well. It's also it's not scary. It's very gory, as you would expect from a Hatchet film, but yeah, the laughs are kind of coupled with the horror, which there's a really nice blend, so it makes for quite a really fun ride. So you're, as much as you're kind of, you're watching out for the kind of the gory kills, at the same time that there are moments of pure hilarity. Basically, a lot of it comes from slasher alumni Felissa Rose, who we all know from the Slayaway Camp films. Obviously, a very notorious role that she played in them as Angela. But she's all grown up now. You know it's her obviously by recognising. Obviously, she hasn't been in too many things over the years, but this is kind of again Green's kind of love letter to the genre by featuring her in these sort of films, and her turn as kind of the agent of the sole survivor is worth seeing the film on its own for. It's just hilarious. She's kind of a pill popping nutcase that basically is just out to get rich, and it's kind of a bit of a kind of a social commentary on the kind of world we live in today and what people will do for fame. But overall, it's a fantastic little film. It's easily the best horror film of 2018 so far, albeit we haven't really been blessed with that much so far. But it's certainly a damn sight better than the mess that was Hellraiser Judgment. For all its good intentions, it just didn't work. Whereas Hatchet, kind of, you know what to expect from a Hatchet film by now. Whereas with Hellraiser, it's got to a point where they're trying to do these films, but they haven't really got a kind of a set motion. They're always trying to reset things or restructure things. Whereas the Hatchet series, and now in turn what could become the Victor Crowley franchise, basically seems to evolve. It's always an evolving story. Even with Hatchet 3, which was like I said, probably not the best entry in the series. Everything is kind of mapped together quite well and quite cleverly. And sometimes things are worth waiting for. So obviously it's been quite a number of years since the original Hatchet kind of came onto screens. But this one, albeit the fourth film of the series, is definitely worth the wait. Recommended.